Today, I'm going to Cuba and I'm making Arroz Congri, which is Cuban rice and black beans. So I have a couple of things heating up over here. I have the oil. I have some fresh garlic that I'm going to put in the pot now. And some onions. Okay, so I'm throwing this in right now. So I have some red peppers here. I'm going to put my red peppers in. I'm going to get a nice thing going on here. You know, they're sauteing beautiful. I'm going to add a little touch of tomato sauce. You can use a can or you can use just to like cover it. And then I'm going to add my spices. Or I have the saffron. Instead of like all the red MSG powders that they sell, we could definitely just like use the saffron. Like I said, it's a little bit expensive, but we can, you know, it does go a long way. So I'm going to drop that in with the salt. It's got a half a teaspoon of cumin and just a pinch of oregano. See that go in there quick. Then I'm going to add my beans. I have black beans. The recipe told me not to rinse them, and I did use a low sodium, and I'm not going to add any, like, I only added a tiny touch of salt. I'm going to add the black beans. And trust me, the smells from this is delicious. Right, so we're going to add the black beans. Right. I'm going to let that rest a minute, and I'm going to add, you can add water or any kind of broth that you have. And then I'm going to put 2 cups of rice in at the end. Okay, so I'm going to add the broth, and I'm just going to let that boil. And then as soon as it's all sort of like boiled up, I'm going to add my 2 cups of like whole grain rice. Right, so that's that. In the meantime, while that's boiling up, I've actually had some salad bits left over, and I wanted to make a really, really simple, quick salad, and it's like one of my favorites. And I just wanted to show you, I know the summer's coming. This is probably not Cuban, but you know, like, let's try and add some salads in our diet. I have baby arugula. Arugula is actually a little peppery, which I love. I'm going to add some pears. I've chopped some pears ready. I'm going to add some dried craisins. Dried craisins, I might as well use the whole thing up. More fruit, the better, right? And I have some goat cheese. I'm going to sprinkle some goat cheese there. I had this in the fridge left over, so figured why not. Now, with this also, I toasted some pecans. I always toast my pecans because I actually think they taste so much better toasted. All right, so they're toasted, and then we're going to add these pecans to the salad, and this is what you get. So first thing we get is our black beans and rice, Cuban style. Then we have our baby arugula with salads and craisins. Just a touch of balsamic vinegar, because between the cheese and everything else, and it's literally just like a touch. Yeah, you don't even need oil. The water of the week, I've made lemons and cucumber. There's a different color lemon there. It's called Myra. It's between a lemon and an orange. Lemon and cucumber, and it really is like pretty terrific. So, you know, knock yourselves out, make yourself some more. It's always very, very important to keep hydrated.
Don't confuse saffron with Sazon. They sound very clear, but no.
They're very similar, yeah.
Sazon is the either powder or cubes that you buy. It's already done. It's concentrated in tons of salt and MSG and things that you don't want. Saffron is it comes from flowers. These flowers in I think it's the North Africa, and that's what gives them, like paella and Spanish dishes, this yellow color. It's really flavorful. Now, if you do not have it, or if it was expensive, then you can do without. But what Sam did here is she made her own Sazon by doing all these spices and the peppers and the onions and cooking it all together. If you cook that down for a long, long time, you actually get a paste. That's the paste that is originally based from Sazon, but obviously not processed. That would be made at home.
this dish is definitely a good way. You get the same flavor. I never tasted it. It's definitely a hit in my house. I'm going to definitely do it again. So it's a very, very tasty dish.